Cardfight Vanguard is a two-player card game where you take on the role of a vanguard and lead your ally units in a battle to victory. This video will explain the rules of Cardfight Vanguard. First, we have the types of cards. Vanguard can be divided into two different types of cards. Unit cards have power and shield values and can be called to the field. Order cards are a variety of commands that use strategies, items, or magic. Each type of card has different information written on them. First, let's take a look at unit cards. There are two types of unit cards. First, we have normal units. Normal units are the basic units that are called to the field to battle. Let's learn more about the four numbers written on the card. Grade, the level of strength of a card. Power, the attack power of a card. This value is used when it battles. Shield, the defense power a card has when it guards its allies. Critical, the amount of damage a card can deal to your opponent. Some unit cards have an icon at the top right corner and are known as trigger units. Trigger units can not only be called to the field to battle, but also activate unique effects when revealed for trigger checks. Next, we have order cards. Order cards do not have any power or shield values, but have various powerful abilities instead. Different cards have different abilities and activation timings. Some are used during your turn, while others are used in your opponent's turn. Preparing your deck. Let's prepare a deck to be used for the card fight. A deck can be constructed with a total of 50 cards, including 16 trigger units. Up to 4 copies of each card can be used. Choose 4 unit cards from your deck consisting of one of each, grade 0, 1, 2, and 3 to be used as your ride deck. Win condition. Attack and guard repeatedly, and the first to deal 6 damage to their opponent wins. Card fight setup. Let's take a look at the playmat where the card fight takes place. There are 3 types of circles where you can place your unit cards on the field. Vanguard circle. The unit placed here is called the vanguard. Stack units on top when you ride. Rearguard circle. The unit placed here is called the rearguard. Place units here when you call. Guardian circle. Place units here when calling them to guard. The areas around your field include your deck, ride deck, drop zone where you put used cards, order zone, and damage zone where you put your damage. Place the grade 0 card from the ride deck you had prepared face down on the vanguard circle. Place the remaining 3 cards face down in the ride deck area. Shuffle each other's main deck and place it in the deck area. Decide who goes first with a game of rock, paper, scissors. The winner will go first. Each player draws 5 cards from the deck. You may swap cards once at this point. The player going first returns the cards they want to change to the bottom of their deck and draws the same number. Shuffle the deck if you swap cards. The player going second then does the same. Now that we're done preparing, with Stand Up Vanguard, turn the card on the Vanguard circle face up to begin. In Vanguard, there are 6 phases each turn. Let's learn more about each of the phases. Stand phase. Stand phase happens at the beginning of your turn. Vertical cards are in stand. Horizontal cards are in rest. Stand all of the resting cards on your side of the field. There are no resting cards on your first turn, so you can proceed to draw phase straight away. Draw phase. Draw a card from the top of the deck during your draw phase. Ride phase. To ride is to stack cards on your vanguard to increase its grade. You can only ride once per turn. You can ride a unit from your hand, or discard a card to ride a unit from the ride deck that you had prepared that is 1 grade greater than the vanguard currently on your field. The cards placed underneath your vanguard after riding are known as the soul and can be used to pay for costs of abilities. Main phase. During your main phase, you can call or move rear guards, use a card's ability, and use an order card. Calling or moving a rear guard. You can call a unit from your hand with a grade less than or equal to your vanguard to any rear guard circle. Rear guards can move between the front and back of a column. Positions can be swapped within the same column too. Moving or swapping positions horizontally is not allowed. Battle phase. You can attack your opponent's front row units with your front row units during your battle phase. Rest the unit when it attacks. If the power of the attacking unit is greater than or equal to the power of the unit being attacked, the attack hits. If the attack hit a vanguard, your opponent takes damage. If the attack hit a rearguard, put that rearguard into the drop zone. Let's attack your opponent's vanguard with your vanguard. When you attack with a vanguard, you perform a drive check. To drive check is to put the top card of your deck into the trigger check zone face up. If a trigger unit was revealed, various effects are activated. Cards revealed for drive checks are added to your hand. Drive check, and get a critical trigger. It has the effect of +1 critical, and the effect of +10,000 power. You may choose to give each of these effects to a different unit. Let's give the critical to your vanguard and the 10,000 power to your rearguard. As the attack was successful, your opponent takes 2 damage. When an attack hits, the other player performs a damage check. Put the top card of your deck into the trigger check zone face up, then put it into your damage zone. If a trigger unit was revealed, various effects are activated as well. Damage check. First check, no trigger. Put the card that was revealed into your damage zone. Second check, got a draw trigger. A draw trigger has the effect of draw a card and the effect of +10,000 power. Draw a card and add 10,000 power to your vanguard. Next, let's attack your opponent's vanguard with your rearguard. By resting a unit with the boost icon behind the attacking unit, the power of the unit behind gets added to the attacking unit. Attack the vanguard with 26,000 power. Guard. When you're attacked, you can defend your units by guarding. To guard, choose any number of cards from your hand and call them to the guardian circle as rest. The power of the unit being attacked is increased by the shield of the units you called. If your vanguard's power is greater than your opponent's attacking unit, the guard is successful. The power increased from guarding only lasts until the end of that battle. Once that attack ends, the power of the defended unit returns to its original value, and the units on the guardian circle are put into the drop zone. Let's aim to win by attacking and guarding repeatedly and dealing 6 damage to your opponent. End phase. This marks the end of your turn, and it is now your opponent's turn. This also concludes the description of each phase. Various abilities. Cards have various abilities in Vanguard. First, there's Persona Ride. It activates when you ride a unit with the Persona Ride icon from your hand on a card with the same card name. Draw a card when you Persona Ride. And for this turn, units in your front row get +10,000 power. Next, there's Intercept. When you are guarding, you can move rear guards in your front row with the Intercept icon to the Guardian Circle to guard. You can both intercept and guard with cards from your hand. It's a successful guard of 23,000 power. Put the units on the Guardian Circle into your drop zone when the attack ends. Twin Drive. Units with the Twin Drive ability can perform drive checks twice. When you attack with this Vanguard, perform 2 drive checks, as it has Twin Drive. First check. Second check. Got it! Over Trigger! An over trigger is a powerful trigger, and your deck can only have one such trigger. Give 100 million power to any unit, and draw a card. If it's revealed during drive check, more effects can be triggered. Sometimes, costs must be paid to activate the card's abilities. First, there's Counterblast. Activate an ability by turning a specified number of cards in your damage zone face down. Next, Soul Blast. Activate an ability by putting a specified number of cards from your soul into the drop zone. Make full use of various abilities to be victorious in a card fight. This concludes the explanation of rules in Vanguard. Enjoy the world of Vanguard with a deck of your own.